This is Smiles TV. Welcome to Smiles TV. I'm your host, Stephanie Anthony Miles, and we're at the Better Family Life Youth Empowerment event in St. Louis, Missouri at the Shape Fest Arena. We got some great interviews coming up. We're going to be talking with a lot of people. You don't want to miss this broadcast. We're dealing with Young Lives Matter. We're trying to empower our youth because young lives do matter. In the metropolitan area, there have been many murders and killings of our youth, and we're trying to put a stop to those things, and we want to empower our youth to better lives. Remember, Jesus Christ was born of a virgin. He was crucified and buried, and he rose on the third day. Confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord. Believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, and thou shalt be saved. Stay tuned for more smiles at the Shape Fest Arena in St. Louis, Missouri. When you visit Big Mama's in East St. Louis, Illinois, located at 5900 St. Clair Avenue, you will need a fork and a bib. Big Mama's is known for their barbecue, cakes, excellent service, and giving back to the community. Call in, eat in, drive through, carry out, order for your office. You can call Big Mama's at 618-398-8950 or visit 5900 St. Clair Avenue in East St. Louis, Illinois. I have the pleasure of sitting here with Anaya Sykes, a representative for Better Family Life, Young Lives Matter. Hi, Anaya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed, and you know what? I heard you the other night at the Better Family Life Unity Ball. You are a ninth grader from Rittner High School, and you spoke like you were a college student.
Thank you so much.
So everybody, just so you know, Anaya is a representative for Better Family Lives, Young Lives Matter. So we're at the Young Lives Matter convention in St. Louis at the Shape Fest Arena, and I want her to just talk from her heart and tell you why Young Lives Matter. Why do young lives matter?
Young lives matter because we're the future. You know, as we get older, I feel like you guys have to rely on us. The generation that are taking care of us now, we will be taking care of you in a few years. We just are the future. Like, we have to all live. We have to make it past this one generation, this one part of our lives. We just got to live, you know.
This child is in the ninth grade. Tell us a little bit about your high school and what your favorite subjects are. And I asked you earlier about your grades, and you gave me a great response. Tell us a little bit about your high school and your favorite subjects.
So my favorite subject is English, just because I love writing and I love reading. One of my favorite novels to read in class is To Kill a Mockingbird. And I have the best English teacher right now. Shout out to Miss Montague. But school is really great. It's my freshman year. It's nothing like High School Musical. We're not jumping on tables and singing musicals. But it's great. It's been really good. All A's and B's only.
Oh, my goodness. And you have a heartfelt story to tell. Tell our viewing audience a little bit about some of the things that you've had to endure.
So in 2015, my grandma died due to telephomia cancer. I was really, really close to her, and it just was so hard to lose her. So, I mean, it was planned, but it was very sudden as well. And in 2016, I lost my brother while he was on the way to my mom's birthday. So we just were so excited, you know, to celebrate her birthday. Actually, that year she was turning 36, and so now her turning 40 this year. It's so hard to balance how to celebrate her life, but also celebrate his anniversary of his death.
And how did your brother pass?
My brother was shot by, it was kind of set up by one of his friends.
Wow. The other night you gave some statistics of murder and crime in our area. Share that information, if you will.
So, everything's going on with sex trafficking, especially in especially in Berkeley, St. Louis. I just find that this is ridiculous. I don't know what type of time we're living in, because listen to all the stories my mom used to have of them walking everywhere all over St. Louis. Not today. Not today. You can't walk anywhere without having to look behind your back, making sure no white vans are following you, especially as a female, especially as a black female. Right now in the U.S., there's 65,000 young missing black girls.
65,000.
65,000.
That's incredible. And while you're watching this broadcast, just consider your own family. Consider the women and the children in your family. Right now, as she said, there's 65,000 women missing. And we need to do a little bit more about it. The Young Lives Matter push that's going on, what's your role?
Oh, wow. Having connection to people who have lost near and dear family, that's a connection that I don't want to have, but I have. And I'm actually really grateful for all my struggles of dealing with my brother's death, because it led me here. I'm a young activist, a Better Family Life. I love getting to meet people my age, getting to, relate and to, just meet new people, making new connections.
Well, she's going to have to go on stage now before high schools from the East St. Louis area, from the St. Louis, Missouri area, and she's also going to be making a speech here. And I'm just grateful that you took time to talk with us. Is there anything else you would like to share with the youth? Any words of motivation or anything of that nature?
My big thing to all the young black males is that it's cool now to be with your friends, and it's cool now to, act like how you want to act or whatever. But when it comes time to battling for your life, the only people you're going to be with is God and yourself.
Wow, I couldn't have said it better myself. And I just want to thank you for taking time with Smiles Television. And you have an Instagram, and you post information on behalf of Better Family Life. Let our audience know how they can follow you.
So my username on Instagram is @rush_babysis, RUSH_BABYSIS.
You told me you had something for me.
I do. Better Family Life would like to give you this shirt, Create Teen Empowerment.
Oh, wow, turn it around so they can see. Look at this. This is my own shirt from Better Family Life. Thank you. And show the back. What's on the back?
It just says BFL Youth. So, yeah. Everyone has one. You see us walking around the youth rally. We all have one on. So.
I have my own shirt. And I am just so grateful. I want to thank you for spending time with Smiles TV again. Okay?
Thank you.
God bless you and God keep you. I'm looking forward to hearing you in a few moments. Thank you for staying with us on Smiles Television. I'm standing here with two great gentlemen who are here at the Better Family Life event. And to my left is Attorney Wesley Bell, and on my right is Senator Williams. Thank you both he's from the 14th District. Let's start with you, Attorney Bell. Tell us the importance of this event and why are you here?
You know what, first of all, if it has anything to do with our young people, I'm there. But most importantly, it's so important that we engage and illustrate the different type of opportunities for young people, because as a former educator, oftentimes young people aren't even aware of the type of opportunities that are out there for them. And so it's important for us to get out here, expose them to those different types of things, but also be seen so they know what people like Senator Williams and myself are doing and opportunities that may come their way down the road. So this is so important, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, sir. And talking to Senator Williams here from the 14th District, I'm sure you echo some of the things that Attorney Bell just said, but give us a little more insight into why you're here and the impact that you would like to have with your presence here.
No, absolutely, and I do echo what Prosecutor Bell just said. I mean, this is about young people in our community seeing folks that come from the same community as them, that have the same issues. Prosecutor Bell and we went through the same challenges that these young people are going through. And it's important that we spend our time giving back. So any opportunity that we get, we run the grid together quite a bit because we're both committed to our young people. And they, like they say, if you put the youth at center, that's how you create generational change. And that's what we're focused on, creating generational change, and it starts right here with kids and better family life.
Sometimes you see people in places like these individuals, and you think that their story started right here, but their story didn't start here. They put a lot of work into it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me get 2 claps. So, what I'm saying is right now, life is coming at you. Focus on school. Make sure that you're ready to take over when it's time for you to step up, all right?
I have another question for both of you. It's important that African Americans take roles in our government, in politics, and leadership. Tell us and tell our audience why you think it's important for you to follow in your footsteps.
First of all, if you, as they say, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And so it's important that young people, particularly our African American community, young people, our African American youth, get involved in the political process because that's where decisions are made. That's where the laws are made that directly affect you. You want to see improved policing, community policing, you want to see better schools, then you got to get out and vote for it. And that's why it's so important that we get our young people engaged in the political process and also even considering running for office because this is about public service and politics it's supposed to be about helping people. And I know that's why myself and that's why Senator Williams are in this, because we want to help, we want to serve, but that also means planting the seeds for this next generation to get involved and keep them involved. So they got a seat at the table.
Yes, sir. And Senator, how about you?
No, absolutely. I think it's important to get involved in the process, but we also have to focus on some things that are important, and that's diversity. I mean, if you look at both of our capacities, to think that Prosecutor Bell is the first African American to be ever elected to this office, which is an important office when we think about our criminal justice system, when we think about how many people of color have really fell victim to the criminal justice system because we don't understand that process. So to have someone there that understands the community, that understands not only criminal justice reform, but understand the importance of being involved in that process so we don't continue to make the same mistakes is extremely important. In the Missouri Senate, to think that I'm the only black male in the Missouri Senate and the first to go there in 20 years, we have to start pushing our young people, young men and women, to get involved in the process and understand that they are the future. They are our future leaders. And that's how we create and advocate for change. And Wesley made a really good point. Someone told me there's 2 powers in this world. One's political and the other is economical. If you have one, you're respected. If you have both, you're feared. If you have neither, you're oppressed.
Wow.
We have to think about how we do this, and that's why we're here, is to continue to build a generation of leaders and people that are willing to not only give back, but ask the most persistent and urgent question, and that's what have we done for others, and that's what we focus on every day.
So I want to know.
If I could just add,
Yeah.
I think it's important that the viewers know that I actually attended Hazelwood East. Senator Williams attended Hazelwood Central. East obviously is the superior of the 2 schools, but he still got a somewhat quality education. But but I just think it's important that people know that. And so we should end on that, and he shouldn't get a comeback.
Well, and if you notice, the Hazelwood Central Hawks were extremely loud out there.
Well, you know what? I have to differ with both of you because I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois, and I think we represented well. And I think, but you know what? I would love to import both of you to the Illinois side. How about that? Let's bridge that gap.
I have a lot of friends in East St. Louis, and my nephew went to East St. Louis, so I'm a Flyer fan as well.
Okay, that's good.
And it's about the region. It's about all of our young people. So yeah, we joke about high schools and things of that nature, but hey, we care about them from Illinois to Missouri to Hawaii, and we want to make sure they all succeed.
And it's just a body of water that divides us, and there should not be such a great divide. I'm just glad to be able to interview both of you, and thank you so much again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm just so grateful that both of them took time to talk with Smiles Television. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Smiles.
If you're tired of wandering in the wilderness of obesity, God is ready to usher you into the promised land of healthy and fit for life. Eating as an Active Worship Ministries is a nonprofit organization dedicated to teaching the biblical principles for maintaining a healthy body for the glory of God. Join our free 12-week health and fitness course for both adults and children in person or online via Periscope. No registration fees or membership fees, just the purchase of the Eating as an Act of Worship workbook. So sign up today. To register, visit our website at www.eatingasanactofworshipministries.org and tune in to the Eating as an Act of Worship Ministries radio show Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time on Studio W Buzz.
We're still at the Better Family Life event in St. Louis at the Shape Fest Arena. I'm talking to a wonderful young man here. Go ahead, give us your name.
My name is Mikey Ren.
And Mikey, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing.
So, I own a vending machine company called Mikey's Munchies Vending. I own 12 vending machines. I am 12 years old, and I also wrote a book about my journey on how I started the vending machine business. It's called Mikey's Learns About Business.
Okay, you know what? You're 12 years old. This guy's 12 years old. He already owns vending machines. What words of encouragement would you give other youth your age?
Dream big and stay inspired.
Okay, I want to thank you, Mikey, for taking time to talk with Smiles TV. And I want to thank you, and don't go away. We'll be back with more Smiles. We're still at the Better Family Life Empowerment Rally for Youth, and I have two wonderful individuals standing with me. I'm going to start off with Shay, who's the mother of Mr. Fresh. Mom, you're proud of your son, aren't you?
Very proud, extremely proud. Yes, I am.
And Mr. Fresh, his name is Joshua. And I asked him, I said, you know, Joshua's in the Bible. He told me the story. So I'm going to ask Joshua, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started with the Mr. Fresh fragrances.
How I got started is I love cars and I wanted to have a car dealership at 10 years old. And I asked my mom, she said, no, Josh, you can't have a car dealership at 10 years old. So then I asked her, can I have car air fresheners? And she said, yes. So I worked from one point to the next point to get to a car dealership.
You know what, I usually don't let my mic get away, but he took it, so I let him have the mic. So, Mr. Fresh, another question. What would you say to empower or to encourage youth your age? And not just your age, adults like me. What do we need to know?
What we need to know is that if I can do it, so can you. I'm an 11-year-old kid entrepreneur, and you're older and you work at a fast food restaurant. So one day we need to figure out a plan about how to save our people to learn how to start businesses.
Our mission is to promote emotional, mental, physical, and financial maturity, as well as self-esteem of God. What was Mr. Fresh stand up? I put my heart and soul for my business and my 6 lives today.
Wow, I could sit and talk to you all day long. Tell us a little bit about school. How are you doing in school?
I'm an honor roll student.
Honor roll student. Yes. And Mom, do you give him extra for those A's that he brings home?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So what's next for Mr. Fresh? Where are you headed?
Well, next I'm heading to, I'm going to create my own Mr. Fresh store. That's one. And I want to work with a manufacturer company to become my own distributor.
I talked with a young lady named Anaya a little earlier, and we were talking about Young Lives Matter. At the end of this, I just want both of you to give a few words on why Young Lives Matter.
Young Lives Matter because they really are our future. They're truly our future. When I look at my son, he was showing me what the future was. So I had to cultivate and make sure that his dreams came true because young lives matter.
And Mr. Fresh?
The young lives matter because we need to save our people to learn how to start businesses and make sure that we all are the best that we can be and try your hardest.
Now, they're from the St. Louis, Missouri side, and I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. Now, you know we got those flyers over there, right? You said you play football. You ready for us?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, he is, truly.
We are, what's the slogan that you were saying up there?
We are enough.
We are enough. I want to thank both of them for spending time with Smiles TV. And just like Mr. Fresh said, young lives matter. And if he can do it, we can too. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Smiles.
Do you remember when we fell in love?
Who kids are them? She said those are baby kids.
Safe, and you want to be safe. There is no smoking you out of this comfortable.
We fall down
but we get up. Put your pinky rings up to the moon.
We're back at Smiles TV and have the honor of talking with Mr. Malik Ahmed and his wonderful wife, Deborah Ahmed. Better Family Life. And you know what? I was at the Unity Ball the other night. It was a magnificent ball.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And congratulations on your retirement. This event today, give us your heart on what you want to give to the youth and to the community at large.
I'm going to let Malik go first.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the youth in the St. Louis public school system, as well as the East St. Louis school system and the county school system, is under assault. And so many negative things are said about them. And so we wanted to show the other side of it, that you have young people who are doing the right thing, that are attending class, that are making contributions in their community. We showed that some of these young people, entrepreneurs who are gone all over the country. So we want to tell, first of all, that the youth, y'all are the future of this nation. And Better Family Life started as a youth organization. So young people have always been a part of our existence over the last 37 years. And in the process, we have helped to create some of the youth, the young leaders of St. Louis, who have now become national leaders in their own right. We have doctors, lawyers, teachers, engineers, scientists, IT specialists, some who have gone on to elected office. So our message to young people is, one, there are two dangers in our community that's impacting young people in a very serious manner. One is the proliferation of gun and gun violence that is resulting from that proliferation of guns. That young people are killing each other at unprecedented and unheard of levels, and that it's going to be young people that's going to have to put an end to this. And that means that each one has a responsibility to teach them how to resolve conflicts, to teach them how to have peaceful conversations, to teach them how to take out of a lot of the violence in the language, to give them coping skills, to show them by example that they can complete school, that they can go to college, that they can go into business. The other thing that this rally really emphasized is the proliferation of STDs. St. Louis and the metropolitan St. Louis community has some of the largest, highest rates of STDs in the nation.
So I want each of you to turn to someone and say, I love you. I love you. Do you know that St. Louis has the largest cases of STDs in the country? Did you know that? And in some cases, with the STDs, you cannot get rid of it.
We want to see our young people playing a strong role in their future, and I know sometimes the unprotected sex could lead to the health issues as well as to unplanned pregnancies. And we do not want to raise another generation of young people that's not prepared for motherhood and fatherhood.
Wow, you know what? I've been connected with you guys for a little while. I've met James Clark, and he's doing some magnificent things. And a personal friend of mine is Gerald Quincy Jones. He has to say his whole name, but from the East Side. And we are just elated of some of the things that are going on in the East St. Louis School District. But Deborah, tell us your heart, and it probably matches, I'm sure, but give us in your own words the importance of events like this.
I strongly believe that we are each the change that we seek. So the children, the young people that we have presenting on the stage today at our annual youth rally should really be an inspiration and a reflection of those young people that are out there in the audience, that they see that they have the ability to be anything that they choose to be, that they want to be. And as Malik said in his introductory remarks, they are each a child of God. And that means that they are high beings. And if they keep that in the forefront of their minds, there is no way they can go wrong. And the change that we've been working for the past 37 years to make in Better Family Life, they will be that change. You know, they will be able to be that light when they go out in the streets, when they're with their friends, when they're socializing, when they're texting to each other. That, you know, they can be inspirations to each other. So, I mean, that's...
You know, you said 37 years, and I'm going to let you go, but I did hear that this started when you were in high school?
No, I have been involved for over 50 years.
Okay.
And then I got involved as young as some of the people here in the audience. So yes, I was in high school, but Better Family Life started 37 years in our basement of our home. And let me just also tell the audience one last thing. I just recently finished a book called From the Projects to the Pyramids. I am a product of the public housing projects in Harlem, New York, called the Abraham Lincoln Housing Project. And from that base and that start, I have gone all over the world and done tremendous things. So I urge the audience, your listening audience, to get the book From the Projects to the Pyramids.
And how can they do that?
A Better Family Life. They can do it through getting it on Amazon.com. They can order it and it'll come in about 2 or 3 days. Or they can come to the Better Family Life Cultural Education and Business Center, which is located at 5415 Page Boulevard.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna stop him right there. Because I think it's also important for your audience to know that Malik and I were honored this past Friday. There was a ceremony at our building at 5415, I'm not gonna say the street yet, that actually renamed the street of Page Boulevard between Arlington and Simple Avenues, which are the 2 streets that border our building, to the Malik and Deborah Ahmed Way. So soon it's going to be 5415 Malik and Deborah Ahmed Way. But right now, if you Google it, it's going to be 5415 Page Boulevard. So that's where they can come.
How wonderful, how wonderful.
Yes.
I do, go ahead.
We've got to make this book a bestseller because
That's right.
it's a blueprint for personal development as well as community development. And so we want this audience, we want your audience to all rush to get that copy and then tell 10 or 15 other people to get their copy, because we want to show that we can create a bestseller just by word of mouth.
And you know, that's the best form of advertisement is word of mouth. And I would like to emphasize again, from the projects to the pyramids, in search of a better family life. Please support him. This guy has done some remarkable things in the St. Louis area, not just in Missouri, but all over. This is a national, they deserve national attention. You have gotten such. So I want to thank you for taking time.
Thank you.
God bless both of you on your retirement. And I know you got some traveling to do now, because I heard that while I was at the University Ball. And God bless both of you. I know you're going to still be looking over things here in the area for a while, though, right?
We're going to stay involved because this work is a lifetime work. Even though I may be retiring from the CEO position of Better Family Life, I'm not retiring from the mission of Better Family Life, which is to uplift the African American community. That is something that I'm going to be dedicated to for the rest of my life.
That is wonderful, and thank both of you. Don't forget, from the projects to the pyramids, in search of a better family life, they're a walking example of a better family life. Stay tuned for more Smiles. Don't go away.
For so long you reach and you question, why have you forsaken me? but then
best show of all time today. And you know why? Because we have the world's greatest female athlete, Jackie Joyner Kersey, and then right here from East St. Louis, Illinois.
DJ Nothing Nice introducing Junior Boy off of that non-stop grind record with his hit single, Oh, Oh, Oh. You already know DJ's on the man, his family, man. It's your boy DJ Nothing Nice. Let's go.
Project Outreach is a training and development 501c3 organization that specifically works with veterans, aging out youth, and justice-involved individuals. The program reduces homelessness, recidivism, and crime by
I told you we had a great broadcast. We want to thank all of our guests, like so many we can't even name, but we especially want to thank Mr. Malik Ahmed and his beautiful wife, Deborah Ahmed. Be sure to get their book. Yes, they have a book called From Poverty to the Pyramids in Search of a Better Family Life. They were great, you're great, and we want to ask you to stay tuned for Smiles and catch us all over the place. Just search for Smiles TV. Remember, only what you do for Christ will last, and Jesus is the Lord. The Lord be magnified.
The Smiles Television Talk Show wants to showcase your business, organization, church, and activities. If you have an interest in being a guest on Smiles Television Talk Show, or if you have any show ideas, contact Stephanie Anthony Miles at SmilesTV777 at gmail.com. You may also call 618-741-3770. Tell your friends to subscribe to the Smiles YouTube channel. Let Smiles TV increase your reach. Remember, you look better with smiles. IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Imagination, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.